It started with a desperate plea for help. On April 25th, 2023, 10-year-old Dakota Stevens ran to a neighbor's house, fear written all over his face. He had been living in the home of his foster mother, Jennifer Wilson, for only a few weeks, but already something was terribly wrong. Dakota told the neighbor he was being hurt. He asked a heartbreaking question, one that no child should ever have to ask. "Will you adopt me?" He said he was being slapped in the face and that his foster parents wouldn't let him call his caseworker. The neighbor listened, concerned, but before they could do anything, Jennifer Wilson arrived. She dismissed Dakota's words, claimed he was making things up, and took him back home. What happened next would cost Dakota his life. A deadly punishment. When Dakota and Jennifer returned home, he was still upset. He refused to get out of the car, telling her he would run away again. That's when Jennifer lost her patience. Surveillance footage from outside the home captured the disturbing moments that followed. Dakota eventually stepped out of the car, still crying, still upset. He barely had time to react before Jennifer shoved him to the ground. Then she did something unthinkable. She sat on him. Dakota struggled, kicking and screaming. He thrashed beneath her, gasping for air, trying to break free. But Jennifer didn't move. Seconds turned into minutes. His cries became weaker. His struggling slowed, until finally, he stopped moving. Even then, Jennifer didn't get up. She assumed he was faking it. When she finally stood, Dakota's body was limp. His eyes were open, but his lips had turned blue. He wasn't breathing. It was only then that Jennifer panicked. She called 911, and paramedics rushed Dakota to the hospital. But it was already too late. He had been deprived of oxygen for too long. His small body had gone into cardiac arrest. 2 days later, on April 27th, Dakota was taken off life support. The coroner ruled his death a homicide caused by mechanical asphyxia. He had been suffocated under the weight of his foster mother. A justice system's failure? Despite the overwhelming evidence, Jennifer Wilson was not charged with murder. Instead, prosecutors charged her with reckless homicide, a charge that carries a maximum sentence of just 6 years in prison. In court, Jennifer pleaded guilty, admitting that she caused Dakota's death, but claiming she never intended to kill him. She received the full 6-year sentence, but 1 year was suspended for probation. That means she will only serve 5 years behind bars. For many, that sentence is a slap in the face. A 10-year-old boy lost his life in the most brutal way imaginable, yet the person responsible will walk free in just a few years. Dakota's tragic story sheds light on the failures of the foster care system. He was removed from his biological parents for his own safety, only to end up in a situation that was far worse. He cried out for help, but no one saved him in time, and now the little boy who just wanted a family is gone forever. Jennifer Wilson is currently serving her sentence at Rockville Correctional Facility. Her projected release date, October 2028.